But since you brought up Shawnee Gibson, Shamani's mother, let's play a clip from, if I remember correctly, it is of Shawnee um, doing activism on behalf of her daughter and other women who have suffered accordingly.
This momentum, it's like a wave. We keep showing up. We're not letting the pain stop us. We are holding people who have the most power accountable for how they use it.
Our maternal health community is really pushing for change on Capitol Hill, trying to bring about different legislation in order to make sure that women have the care that they're supposed to.
I can't let Amber be another statistic. I'm making people aware of what's going on in these systems.
I planned on spending a lifetime with Amber. I wanted to give her my life. This way, I'm still going to.
Amber Rose Isaac, we hear you, we see you. Shamani Gibson, we hear you, we see you. Karen Johnson, we hear you, we see you.
And so the two black men we saw, the first one was Omari, who you were talking about, and the second one we see is Bruce, who we hear his voice at the end naming the names and saying, "We see you, we hear you." Why did you choose to look at this topic through their eyes? It's the story of their partners passing away, but we're seeing the aftershock through their eyes, in addition to Shamani's mother.
Absolutely. And I think, the point is that the men are the ones that are left behind. I mean, Omari and Bruce are raising their children, with Amber and Shamani gone. And I think that, when we talk about maternal mortality and maternal morbidity, it feels like we're just talking about what happens to women. But yes, it happens to the women, but it happens to their families, it happens to their partners, it happens to their children, it happens to their mothers, it happens to their communities. So hence the aftershock is for everyone who is left behind picking up the pieces. And I will say that Omari and Bruce in particular are, they're amazing men in that they both became very activated. I mean, Bruce especially. Amber passed away in April 2020, as I mentioned, and he got right out there, I want to say within weeks of Amber's passing away, had a press conference and has been pounding the pavement ever since in terms of his activism, working to bring a birthing center to the Bronx, trying to come up with solutions so that other women and families don't have to go through what he's gone through. And Omari similarly. I mean, as I mentioned, Omari has become a man who really does reach out to other fathers who go through this situation and offer support. And they've created a community, a brotherhood that no one wants to be a member of, and yet they find support from each other and power in what they can do for their community. So it's as difficult as it is a beautiful thing to watch how these men come together and really work for their families and for our communities.